शरणं पवित्रं विततं पुराणं येन भूतस्तरति दुष्कृतानि तेन पवित्रेण शुद्धेन भूता अतिपापमानमरातिं तरेम नमोऽस्त्वनन्ताय सहस्रमूर्तये सहस्रपादाक्षिशिरोर्वाहवे सहस्रनाम्ने पुरुषाय शाश्वते सहस्रकोटि युगधारणे नमः।
Abhinandan, and we, on behalf of Kaivalyadhama, welcome you to this Justice M.L. Pendse Centre for Cancer Survivors and Lifestyle Condition, Phase 1, which has just been inaugurated at the hands of Honorable Dr. Justice Tiwari Chandrachud ji, the Chief Justice of India. So I welcome you to this august occasion. Today is also a special day. It is very close to the 88th birth anniversary of Justice M.L. Pendse. So that was the reason we wanted to ensure that it is done today. Swami Kaivalyadhama pioneered scientific research in yoga. However, he emphasized that the research should be applied in the society. This is how this center has come up. The 5-year study on cancer survivors showed significant improvement in the quality of life amongst them. This would mean that probability of them being in remission was very high. We could conduct only 4 programs every year for last many years, and we thought that we should have a dedicated center wherein we could conduct these special curated programs throughout the year. That is how this whole idea came in. Kaivalyadhama has been involved intricately with yoga research, training and therapy as an institute of excellence. But like they say that it's a gem hidden in the Sahyadris. So we were a little introvert, and therefore it was a big challenge to commit to such kind of a project, which was first of its kind to raise funds and execute it. But as Dr. Tiwari ji, my father and disciple of Swami Kaivalyadhama ji, always says, go forward and Swami ji will take care. So we had complete faith in that, and because of that we had so many people, so many foundations who have come in to help Kaivalyadhama in ensuring that this comes up, and today we see the reality. So our aim now is to be able to organize the curated program Soham, Self-Observation, Healing and Awareness Mantra, for all the 12 months and benefit as many individuals as possible. And we are also happy to announce that we have a MOU now with the Tata Memorial Center, wherein we will be working together closely to ensure that we reach this benefit to all kinds of individuals. We are also sure that we'll complete the second phase within next 18 months with support of our well-wishers. And also the special significance is, since this is inaugurated by Justice Chandrachud ji with his positive aura, I think we should do it before 18 months. We are delighted to have with us Justice Abhay ji. We are delighted to have Chief Justice of Bombay High Court, Shri Upadhyay ji with us, and all other eminent individuals whose best wishes play a very great role in development of Kaivalyadhama, while we also celebrate this 100 years of beautiful and thriving existence of Kaivalyadhama. Going further, may I request our chairman, Dr. Tiwari ji, to kindly welcome and offer a loving memento of Maharishi Patanjali's statue to our chief guest, Justice Chandrachud ji, on behalf of Kaivalyadhama. Love and appreciation on behalf of Kaivalyadhama to the representative of Justice M.L. Pendse Foundation for having enabled us to do this, sir. Please. I'll request Justice Chandrachud ji to kindly offer to Shri Manohar ji.
Okay, over here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I request Justice Srikrishna ji, Chairman of our Advisory Board, to offer a memento. The Dalal Foundation also contributed in a large way to have and I should mention that this foundation is also involved in helping us run training programs for special educators. These have been involved especially in this project, and of course each and every staff member has been there to help us. Thank you. And I would now request our Chief Guest, Justice Chandrachud ji, the Honorable Chief Justice of India, to kindly address the gathering.
Tiwari ji, Justice Srikrishna, Subodh, and everyone present here, including everybody who has been associated with the project. Coming here actually for me is a very personal tribute both to Kaivalyadhama, because I've been a follower of yoga for the last 26 years, and of course to Justice Pendse. I just told Shashank just a few moments ago when I had the pleasure of handing over his memento that I owe a lot in my career to Justice Pendse. Justice Pendse was truly a mentor to all of us. Saying something in the context of today's event, Justice Pendse personified discipline to the core, and he was really a karma yogi. For him, his work was everything. If you pass by his window just opposite the place where he lived, and I would do that on many occasions going for an evening walk, you would find that Justice Pendse was in his briefs, head down, with a table lamp on, writing away, reading for the next day. If you wanted to adjust your clock to 11 o'clock, you had to only stand outside Justice Pendse's court every morning, and he would be in his chair at the stroke of 11. If you wanted to ever see whether your clock was doing all right at 2:45, you had to just stand outside his court. At 2:45, you would enter the court. He was ready to the core. There was not a single case that he had not read from cover to cover. He was a strict disciplinarian. Justice Pendse couldn't stand up to fools. And he had no time for somebody who was not ready with a brief. He was impatient even to the point of being intolerant. But at the same time, there's so many lessons of life that we learned from Justice Pendse. The art of precision. For him, there was never one word too many to be said in a judgment. There was never one word too many to be uttered in the court. He was meticulous in terms of his punctuality, and that he showed in every little thing that he did. So in a sense, many tributes are paid to great intellectuals, judges, after their lifetime. But this, I believe, would have been the best tribute to him, because this is exactly what his life personified. The innate discipline of yoga, and the innate discipline of yoga which leads you into wider trajectories. And his disciplined life led him really to a wider trajectory. And I will be speaking about him very briefly again in the symposium. There's one little thing about Justice Pendse which I must tell so many of you who are present here. The Bombay High Court was going through a period of intense turmoil just around the time that Justice Pendse was due to be elevated as a Chief Justice of the High Court. His call came for being appointed as a Chief Justice. Justice Pendse told the Chief Justice of India that my High Court cannot afford to have me leave it. I have to be in my court at this critical juncture, because there are young judges, there are young lawyers, there are institutional issues which I have to resolve before I move on in my own career as a Chief Justice. So he didn't leave the Bombay High Court at the first call of duty to go as a Chief Justice of the High Court. The net result was that he lost out on the opportunity of going to the Supreme Court, because someone before him went on to become Chief Justice and naturally had, legitimately within the boundaries of the system, a higher stake in terms of seniority as a Chief Justice for elevation to the Supreme Court. So great was this karma yoga on his part that he was willing to sacrifice himself for the wider interests of the institution. Which is why years and years after we cease to appear before him, so many years after he's no more, we still continue to worship him in our hearts and reflect upon him as one of our true ideals and mentors. So I'm very thankful to Kaivalyadhama for this unique initiative. It's very important to have these kind of initiatives, because modern medicine, I wonder whether modern medicine really heals in that sense. It treats a disease. But beyond treating a disease, there's a part of healing a disease. And healing a disease is all about healing a mind. Not just healing the body, but healing the mind as well. And I'm sure that, with this beautiful setup that Kaivalyadhama has, and it's an oasis within an oasis, that this will be truly a place where people who are looking for something beyond cancer to come, to spend time, and to hopefully look upon life with renewed vigor and vitality. My compliments to the architect for the way it has been designed, to the contractor, to everyone who is associated with this project. And above all, compliments to the entire advisory board of Kaivalyadhama, Tiwari ji and Subodh, for having conceptualized this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It's been a pleasure to have you here. And like I said, your energy is positive, and we assure you that very soon you will see that the whole project is completed. That is the commitment which Kaivalyadhama has. So I thank everyone to be here for this momentous occasion. And now we will conclude by reciting the Shanti Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Dhanyavad. Thank you.